let us move to next topic, functional group. What is this? It is an atom or a group of atoms that join in a specific manner and responsible for the characteristics property of the organic compounds. Characteristics property of the organic compounds. So here atoms means like halogens, fluorine, iodine, chlorine, bromine. So these are the secondary functional group. And if you take in group means OH, CHO, COH with this free valency are there. This free valency is called as hydroxide. For CHO, aldehyde group. For C double bond OH, C double OH, carboxylic acid. This we will study more in detail in after this finishing this topic. So now UPAC nomenclature. So what is the full form UPAC nomenclature? So it is full form UPAC is International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. Actually UPAC is a governing body which suggests that what should be the name of the organic compound, because there is a large number of organic compound, so there should be some systematic name. So they suggest the systematic name for writing the different organic compound. So any organic compound name is associated with 5 different parts. So you can see the 5 different parts. So these parts are locants, and then secondary suffix, primary prefix, word root or parents, then primary suffix, then secondary suffix. So this is the main word root. So word root we have seen it like meth, eth, prop, but, paint, hex. We have seen it here. So if you add some prefix, this is called a primary prefix, and if you add before primary prefix, secondary prefix. If you add after the word root, it is called primary suffix, then secondary subsequently. So we will see the meaning of each and every term one by one. So first is what is locant. So locant is the name of the number assigned to the carbon in a long chain. So suppose the carbon is this is a bond line notation of the carbon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 carbons there. So these numbers are called as locants. So locant means where the some substituent or some secondary functional groups are attached, like bromine, OH. If OH attached, this is called locant. Second carbon locant. If here they are attached, CH3 attached, methyl attached, so here is called locant. So these are the number. These numbers are called as locants. What is word root? Word root is the parent alkane name, which is the part of longest chain used for defining the UPAC name. Like this thing, longest chain. Suppose this is a carbon is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a 5 carbon. So it is called as pen. Suppose this is a 6, then it is called as a hex. So like this is a word root. This is the main one. The main carbon chain in a long chain. Next is our primary prefix, secondary prefix, primary suffix, secondary prefix. So how we can write all these things? So primary prefix are normally as cyclo, neo, iso. These are the group that we have seen it. This is called primary prefix. The secondary prefix are which is added before the word root. So which are the added? So these are the are before the primary prefix are bromo, iodo, nitro, alkoxy, alkyne. So these are the secondary prefix. We'll learn some more in later on. Primary suffix normally ane, ene, alkane, ane. This is part of the alkane. This is a part of the alkene. This is a part of the alkyne. Yne, dine, 2 double bond. Similarly, secondary suffix. So these are added after the primary suffix or word root. Okay, you can if the primary suffix is absent, then secondary suffix is actually added. So you can see through one example: 4 bromo cyclohexane 2 all. So this is the hexane is the word root. Hexane word root, and cyclo is written as a primary prefix, bromo secondary prefix, and 4 is the locant. Means in the 6 carbon chains, 4 number is the bromo. So 4 is the locant of this bromine at 6 carbon. At 4th carbon of hexane, and 2 all means OH group attached with the second carbon. So this is your primary suffix which is written in between, as secondary suffix is written after this one, this alkane group. So this is all is the secondary suffix which is the primary functional groups. This we will see later on. Now next is the next topic is nomenclature of state chain hydrocarbons. So state chain hydrocarbon, you can see if the carbon is 1, it is called meth. If it is 2, it is called eth. 3 prop, 4 is but, 5 is pen. Similarly, if you remove this CH4 is the main carbon, if you remove 1 hydrogen, this is called as methyl. If you remove C2H6, 1 hydrogen, so it is called as ethyl. If you remove C3H8, 1 hydrogen, this hydrogen these are the free valency. Free valency means 1 hydrogen has been removed, and their name is methyl, ethyl, and propyl. Similarly, for branch chain hydrocarbon, if you see, so this is C3C7 is called propyl. So propyl again, if CH3, CH2, CH3. So again, this carbon attached to the main carbon word root, what will main carbon chain? So this is called as a isopropyl. Isopropyl means secondary carbon attached to the main parent hydrocarbon. Similarly, you can see this is a 4 carbon chain. So in 4 carbon chain, if this second carbon attached to the main parent hydrocarbon, so this is called as secondary butyl. Butyl means 1, 2, 3, 4. Secondary means secondary carbon is there. This isobutyl. Isobutyl means again 1, 2, 3 carbon is 4. But here this group, which is a branch chain of the main parent hydrocarbon, attached to the main carbon chain. So in the main carbon chain, this group is attached with this one. This is called isobutyl. So this we have to keep remember. Again, we can see here, if instead of attaching this one, if attach this carbon attached to the main carbon chain, so this is called as tertiary butyl. Similarly, this is your 5 carbon chain. Instead, this carbon chain has a quaternary carbon, so it can attach with the parent hydrocarbon. So anyone can attach with the parent hydrocarbon. So this whole group is called as neopentyl. Neopentyl we have seen, this is our primary prefix. Now it's a isopentyl. So instead of this one, if suppose this is attaching with the parent hydrocarbon, and this is called as isopentyl, and instead of this, if attaching this one, second one, you can see from here, this is called as tertiary pentyl. So this we have to learn one by one for the nomenclature. Now alkynyl group means they have double bond. So CH2 double bond CH. This is a free valency. So free valency, then this group is called as vinyl group. If there are 3 carbon but double bond is this side, and but this group is attaching with the main hydrocarbon, so this is called as allyl group. Similarly, this double bond is coming this side. If attaching from this side with this group, then this is called as propenyl. So keep in mind, allyl means here this carbon attached to the main parent hydrocarbon, but in double bond side, this carbon attached to the parent hydrocarbon, and this group is called as propenyl. So there is difference between these two. Again, if this double bond is present in between carbon, this 3 carbon, then this is called as isopropylidene. Again, if the double bond is shift to this carbon, this is called as propylidene. So these 3 carbon we need to learn by heart for writing nomenclature in the compound. So again, alkynyl groups, in alkynyl group means they contains a triple bond. So if the triple bond attached to the main parent hydrocarbon, this is called as methyl. If this is attached to the main parent hydrocarbon for this carbon, this is called as ethinyl. If this is attached to this carbon, so triple bond is this side, but attaching from this side in 3 carbon, then this is called as propergyl. If this triple bond is shifted to this side, it is called as propionyl, like similarly with the alkynyl group. If the hydrocarbon is alicyclic, acyclic means this one, this is a free valency, then this is called as cyclopropyl. Similarly, in case of butane, this is called as cyclobutyl. If you take aromatic benzenyl hydrocarbon like this one, this is called as phenyl, and this is called as benzyl. In this way, there are so many names are there that we will learn subsequently when topic will come. So it is again beyond our syllabus. Nomenclature of organic compounds. So normally organic compound have a 2 names. One is trivial name, and second is the common name. So we can see here, this is a methane, so common names are mass gas. This is a ethene, common name is ethylene. This is your ethyne, this is a UPAC name, and these are the common name called as acetylene. Similarly, CH3, CO, CH3, so this is called as acetone. Acetone is the common name. Here this COH, this double bond is there. COH double carboxylic acid is there. This is called as oxalic acid. Here 1 carboxylic acid is there. So this is called as acetate. These are the common names. So how to write the UPAC names? So rules of UPAC names. So first of all, we'll see for the alkane group. So what is that? Identify longest carbon chain in the molecule. So first we have to identify the longest chain. So here we can see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carbon chains are there, longest chain, and 1 carbon is branching. So this is a locant. Here we can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 carbon is the longest chain. So first we have to identify longest chain. This is this methyl group is attached with the 3rd carbon. So this is a locant for methyl group. Second rule is that lowest sum rule. Select the lowest locant. So again, with the help of this example, we can understand. So here we have CH3, this is 5 hydrocarbon chain is there. So we can count from this side, we can count from this side. If you count from this side, this is coming 4th locant. If you count this side, this branching is coming as 2nd locant. So name will be written as a for 5 hydrocarbon. For 5 carbon, first we write pentane. Now for this carbon, where methyl it is, write here 2 dash then methyl, 2 dash methyl pentane. If you take from this side, you can also write 4 methyl pentane, but this is wrong. So we have to take lowest, not highest. Similarly here, CH3, CH2, C double bond is there. So 7 carbon chain is there. So we can count from this side, we can count from this side. But here 7th is there. So but you can see here, so there are 2 carbons are there. 2 carbons are just in the side chain. But here in this side 1 is there. Here more is there, here 1 is there. So but we have to take more carbon chain in this side. So locant will be 3 plus 3, you can see here 3, 3, 4, 5. Here you can see here 3, 3, 4, 5, add it, 4 plus 5. So locant is 15 is less, 3, 3, and this is 5, and this is your 4. So 3, 3, 4, 5 is 15, 3, 4, 5, 5, 17. So this is the correct. If you take from counting from this side, this will be your wrong. Similarly, you can see here CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. So this is 1 to 6, 1 to 6. So here branching is 3rd carbon. So 3 ethyl hexane is correct, 4 ethyl will be counted from this side will be wrong. This is wrong answer. So keep in mind while writing the nomenclature of the compound. Name of the branch chain alkane. So CH3, this is the CH, 6 chains are there, and CH3 from this side. So we have to start from this side, not from this side. This side will be wrong. So this is called as 2-methyl hexane, 2-methyl, and this is, there should be no gap. Gap should not be there. If you are writing gap, it will be wrong. 2-methyl, then continuous methyl hexane. Next is your alphabetical order of the side chain. So here we can see here carbon chains are there. These are the second locant, these are the fourth locant. So if this is your methyl and this is your ethyl, this is ethyl. Now if you write here 4 ethyl 2 methyl hexane, or we can write 2 methyl 4 ethyl hexane. So if you count from this side, this will be your 2 methyl 4 ethyl hexane. If you count from this side, this will be your we can see here 4 ethyl 2 methyl 4 methyl 2 methyl 4 ethyl hexane. This is here. Now which of the counting from this would be applicable? Why? Because E comes first, then M. E comes first, then M. So this is the correct order, this is your wrong order. So alphabetically substituent should be also alphabetical. Then we can take the which is coming to the alphabetically first will be chosen as first. So here the E is as first, then the M. Not M is first, and here M comes after the E. So writing this will be your wrong answers. Now next, number of different alkyl group at equivalent position. What does this mean? Here we can see here, so if you count from this side 1, 2, 3, this is third carbon. If you count from this side, is third carbon. So again here is one substituent, here is one substituent. Now if we which should be added? So again if you take, this is methyl, this is ethyl. So methyl should be taken, ethyl should be taken first. So alphabetical order. So this will be your 3 ethyl 5 methyl heptane is correct, but 5 ethyl 3 methyl heptane will be wrong. So just positions are equivalent, so you have to take the alphabetical order. Now naming of the some alkyl groups at the different positions. So here we have given how to write this one. You can see 2, 3 dimethyl. Di means 2 methyl is there. Dimethyl butane. Then this is your 2, 2, 2 and 2. This 2 methyl, 2, 2. This is 4 methyl. Since groups are same, you can write 2 to 4 tetramethyl pentane. And again, if this group, you can see the biggest group CH3. So here 5th carbon, some group is there. So this group is, if you remember, is called like isopropyl. So 5th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why 5th? Because locant is 2 here. Here locant will be 4. So 5 isopropyl, I comes first, 2 methyl octane. Not 2 methyl 5 isopropyl octane. This will be wrong answer. So here you need to remember some points like use prefix when the more than same group are there. Di, tri, tetra. Use this prefix. Secondary, tertiary for identical substituent. You have to ignore the alphabetical naming here. You have to ignore the alphabetical in naming of di, tri, tetra and secondary. But if the naming will be iso, neo, cyclo, you cannot ignore it like this compound. So here iso is there, M is there. So you have to take iso first, M last, not like this one. So here iso is considered, P is not considered. Rules for larger number of substituents. So here if the substituent is very large, then how will you name it? So you can see here CH3, CH2, CH, CH2, CH2, CH3. So here one branching is there, but this branch is again this carbon is have a one substituent this side. So here we can see here, so this is a one substituent, but here this is a more than 2 substituents. So if you count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this side, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 this side. So if you count from this side, we have getting 2 substituents, but if you count from this side, we are getting only 1 substituent. So counting from this side correct, counting from this side is Counting from this side is wrong because we have one substituent. Counting from this side is correct because we have two substituents. So here two is correct. Counting from this side is wrong. So now name it. So name is very easy. 3-ethyl, 2-methyl hexane. If you are writing 3 isopropyl hexane, this will be your wrong answers. Numbering of complex substituent. If the complex is very complex, then still you can number it. So again, you can see here. This is the longest carbon chain. This is the substituent given. This substituent you can write is presented locant 5. Locant 5 is 5,1,2 dimethyl propyl. 5,1,2, this is 5, and this is 1,2,3. 3 means propyl. This is a propyl. This is a free valency. So propyl is there. So in this 1,2 contains 2-methyl. So 1,2 dimethyl. 1,2 dimethyl propyl, and put in bracket 5 dash then nonane because the number of carbon is nonane. Similarly, you can see this side. This is the longest chain, and this is the fourth carbon, CH bracket CH whole thrice. Here CH, CH2, CH. This is your secondary butyl. So we have to count from this side because locant is 4. 4 is the lowest one. So 5 secondary butyl, 4 isopropyl decane. Similarly, I have one more examples. CH3, CH2, CH this one. You can see this is the neopentyl. So we can write 5,2,2 dimethyl propyl nonane, or we can write 5 neopentyl nonane. This can be also possible. Now, so I have given some assignment practice. So this assignment you can practice at your home and understand it. So this is the questions. Just note it down, or I will give you some hard copy for this one also for practice. And in next lecture I will give the solution of this answer these questions.